Hello guys, welcome back. I am back here on my Warlock. A couple days ago I released my video for Demonology spec for Warlocks. Today I finally hit 102. I spent a little time on the Warlock. So now we can go ahead and start working on those other artifact weapons. The tomes open again. You've been doing well, friend, but you would be unstoppable if you had another weapon at your side. Here, let me show you what options remain in the book. If either of these interest you, then simply let me know. So we have Affliction or Destruction, and which one are we going to do? We're actually going to do Affliction first, because I heard the Destruction quest can bug out. So we're going to do Affliction first and go for Ulthalesh, the Deadwind Harvester, wielded by Satael, the first Necrolite. The Deadwind Harvester earned its name by stripping the life from the lands known as Deadwind Pass. After centuries locked away, Ulthalesh has been rediscovered in the possession of the Dark Riders. You must hunt them down if you wish to find where they have it hidden. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we have to switch specs over to Affliction.
What does friend need?
Yes, very good choice. The book says the Dark Riders were last seen in a place called Manor Mistmantle. If Friend can get these riders, then he can get Ulthalesh. Calidus will wait here and await your return. Find Ulthalesh, friend.
Calidus will wait.
So we have to go to Dalaran and take that portal to Karazhan. Let's go head there. I actually have to equip my staff again and move my weapon. Actually, we're going to leave it there. Just move that shit over. Let's head over here to our portal. Just got my champions and started. Got my imps now, for those of you that played Warlock. I don't know how far I'm going to go with this. I'm quite bored with Demonology. It feels... I don't want to say weak, but it just feels... It feels weak. I know I just said I didn't want to say that, but it felt kind of weak while leveling with it, so... We shall see. I'm going to... Yeah, you know what? Let's get to... Let's go to Karazhan first. And then I'm going to have to take a quick moment break and set up my bars. Because as you can see, I didn't have anything set up for this spec. Reap. Reap! You can see I haven't finished anything in here yet. Haven't really... I've been trying to enjoy myself, but it's a little hard. I can definitely say that so far I see what Warlocks have been complaining about. But we're on to Affliction. We are certainly on to Affliction. Let me through. Let me through, lag bomb. Alright, here we are, guys. I will be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. We're going to start hitting our butts over to Duskwood, which is where we have to go to Manor Mistmantle. If you want to know what I took here for Affliction, I took Haunt, Mana Tap, Demon Skin, Siphon Life, Dark Pact, Grimoire of Supremacy, and I took Phantom Singularity, although I kind of assume that either Soul Effigy or Soul Conduit might be better in the long run. I haven't used Phantom Singularity before on the beta, so I want to try that out. But this is what I went with. So, if you're interested, you can look that up online to see exactly what they do. I'm not going to explain every single one of these or what all of the talents are. You can easily find that online. But here we are, Manor Mistmantle. You can see this pretty simple setup on the bars. Although I do need to get a demon out, and I have power over infernals, so or over greater demons.
Stay back! I may be wounded, but the light will protect me.
Indeed.
What? Have you not come to finish what the Dark Riders started?
Man, you mad? So you hunt the Dark Riders as well? Long have I searched for a way to rid Duskwood of their curse, but now it seems I have become the hunted. Though we share a common enemy, the sins you bear prevent me from aiding your cause. The light is not well served by taking power from one evil only to bestow it upon another. The power would serve to defeat the Legion. You consider that an evil goal? I admit that the Legion is a great threat, but my duty is to the light. I must stand vigilant against its enemies at all times, no matter how dire the situation appears. If we do not act, Sargeras will take this world. There will be no remnant of your holy light to follow. Where will your duty be then? The light will not falter so long as the brave hold it in their hearts. We have seen it bring about the Legion's defeat before, and it will do so again. I saw your holy warriors broken on the rocks outside the tomb of Sargeras. This is unlike any Legion force we've seen, and we'll need more than your holy light to drive it back
Your
this time.
words are acid, but there is truth in them. Though I detest the methods you employ, it seems we may have no choice. Let me show you the very well. I will tell you what I know.
Good. I am left with little choice. I cannot face another Dark Rider ambush alone, and you are obviously formidable. I will help you find the weapon you seek, but only if you will allow me to return the others in their possession to their rightful place. Do we have a deal, Warlock? Very well. I suppose an introduction is in order. I am Revel Cost, Priest of the Light and Seeker of Lost Artifacts. I've dealt with the Dark Riders before and have returned to rid this place of them. The Riders are elusive, but I may have a clue to their whereabouts. In our previous confrontation, I was able to see a glimpse into their past. Granted blessed vision by the Cloak of Purity, I saw the Dark Riders for who they were before. Come with me to Aridin's camp. I will explain on the way.
I am the Lightsmith. It seems you've been followed. Dark Riders!
Where are they? Look at them all. Oh god. It appears that somebody was just here, and whenever too many people are doing these quests at the same time, it kind of bugs out. So he's going to stand there for a minute, unfortunately, and then he's going to jump on his mount. I believe. I believe in a thing called love.
The battle is won, but there will be more. Quickly!
You're ruining my immersion, fucker. Come on. You're supposed to be the one leading the way. Jackass. Jackass.
The Dark Riders were not always like this. They were once a group of traveling merchants. Unfortunately, they crossed the sorcerer Medivh, who cursed them to an eternity of hunting artifacts for him. Look out behind you!
Oh, somebody just killed a Dark Rider. Sorry, guys. It's ruining our immersion. God damn it. Happens. This is what happens when you put too many artifact quest lines in the same spot. You don't get a bunch of Dark Riders. So what I was saying was...
Skill in combat is impressive. We may yet survive.
I remember Affliction being quite boring, as I always did.
Aridin was the first of the Dark Riders, and I believe he leads them now.
Can't be much more boring than Demonology was so far. Hey, Cheebs.
His camp is still in Deadwind Pass, strangely untouched after all these years. If my convictions are correct, the key to finding the Dark Riders, as well as the artifacts they still covet, can be found there.
Now he's gonna yell at us.
Riders on our flank!
Be ready! There's nothing there, guy. There's fucking nothing there. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess Destruction is probably the most interesting spec, in my opinion. Because at least you feel like you're doing something. Demonology, kind of odd. This spec's okay.
On. We are nearly there.
Alright. I did enjoy Demonology on the beta, but it seems they've kind of weakened it so that you feel like you're just standing there spamming the same spell while your pets beat on something endlessly. I think we're going this way.
The camp is in this clearing. Let us search it.
Just do it. We're going this way. Coming. I believe in a thing called love.
The horrors of the past will be your undoing.
Nice voice there, guy.
I think that means we're on the right track. See what you can find in that journal.
It's strange that the Dark Riders haven't followed us here, but I will take whatever boon I can get. I believe the key to finding the Dark Riders is here somewhere. Let us begin our search. This place is where the merchant Aridin set up camp while he was trying to ply his dubious wares to the sorcerer Medivh. It has remained strangely untouched for all this time, which leads me to believe it may still have a connection to its former owner. Help me search the camp. Let's see if we can find something to lead us to the Dark Riders.
The light returns.
You will suffer for your trespass.
You'll suffer. Guardian.
away now, interloper. The horrors of the past will be your undoing.
Shut up.
I think that means we're on the right track. See what you can find in that journal.
He's talking to the other guy now. Otherwise an ordinary-looking journal, this book hums with dark energy as you approach it. A quick scan of the writing reveals this as the Journal of Aridin, and chronicles his time in Deadwind Fuck. Toward the end of the journal, the writing begins to change, and the tone becomes noticeably darker. It constantly refers to the curse, and of the endless desire to possess things of great power. One such entry catches your eye as you glance through. Though the journal devolves into dark ramblings written in hurried scribbles, one entry stands out. Ulthalesh, the name rings in my head. I can hear it calling. But where? The spirits, the very land here is tied to it. It is no wonder we would so often get lost in this place. The forces pull my compass point in every direction. Perhaps if it had a stronger pull, the compass could show the way. Where is it? There it is. Aridin's compass.
How can the light
Is that the
turn?
one? There's definitely something wrong with this compass. It seems to be trying to point in all directions at once. The journal mentions a stronger pull for the compass. If the spirits of this place are indeed tied to it, they may serve as the pull we need. I've come upon several locations in the past where restless spirits tend to appear. Perhaps if you show the spirits there the compass, they may be able to help point it in the right direction. You seek these locations out. I'll continue on to Karazhan and see if I can find anything leading to the Dark
Go
Riders.
with the light.
Alright, mate. We gotta become attuned. We gotta get attuned to Karazhan. Actually, there was an attunement to Karazhan, wasn't there? Back in Burning Crusade, you had to do... What was it? There was one of the dungeons in the eye, right? Fuck, who cares? Don't touch me. Don't you do it. Hey, that guy's on a Christmas mount. What the fuck? People keep that shit? Provides a significant increase to character experience. I forgot I had that. Are you one of the guys I have to kill? No? How about you? Are you the one? It does not... Where is this? Do I walk this way? Oh, here we go. You gotta walk up a little further.
Such poor souls. You don't even belong here, but you will forever be bound to this place. Do not fret. Through Ulthalesh, you will be so much
God.
more in death than you were in life.
Holy shit. This bitch hung them. Holy shit. That got dark real quick. God damn. That was fucking crazy. I forgot about... That's right, I forgot about that. Ooh. Damn. This quest got dark. My word. Oh my stars, I can't believe it. Put him on. She hung him from the tray. That's not nice at all. So let's head up to the second spot, which is right here at the bridge, at the little crossing. If only we could fly. Which we can, and I forgot. Fuck! Alright, let's hit this.
You were fools to think such a pitiful force could oppose an agent of Sargeras. Your worthless lives will pave the way for the Legion.
No. It's slow fall. Wow. Wow. Jesus. Forgot we could fly. Don't make that same mistake, guys. We're in the old world. So the last point is here at the church. Let's head inside.
How quaint! Do you really think your holy light can protect you from the Legion's onslaught? Where is your light to protect you now?
She just damn killed everybody in the church. Shit. She's not very nice. She is not very nice at all. Alright, let's go back and meet up with Revel Cost.
Let me show you the
It
light.
looked like it worked, and the compass is pointing toward the river. Could it be? There's a sewer grate along the edge of the river leading to catacombs underneath Karazhan. I never paid it much attention, but it could be where the spirits are directing us. To think, the Dark Riders may have been under our noses this entire time. Come, let us see where it leads.
I am the light's vengeance. The sewer entrance is this way. Follow me.
You don't sound so happy, man. I wouldn't either if I had that shitty transmog. Why you should look so cheap, man? Come on. Hit the age, bruh. Step your game up. Alright, so we gotta go into the catacombs. And, start heading down. These guys are gonna pop off the wall. You know. Easy peasy. Just hit your buttons. No, I keep forgetting that's what... So, Unstable Affliction... Ah! Unstable Affliction is what costs soul shards in this spec. Bitch, really?
How can the light serve?
Not quite sure how you generate them. I think it's random, to be honest. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's just say it's random. It may be tied to something, but I haven't found that out yet, so I apologize if you were looking for that information. That is not something I have right now. We do have one. Okay, so yeah, it's tied to. It appears that it's tied to killing stuff because I did gain one for each.
How far down is this?
Oh, here we go.
These
Agony
stairs seem to
sometimes
go
generates
forever.
one. Refunds one soul shard if the target dies before 7 seconds have elapsed. When you had an unstable affliction. Haunt will reset if the target dies within 15 seconds. Okay, cool. Interesting. I'm already kind of liking this. A little bit better than I was enjoying. Oh, there's so much shit. Than I was enjoying, what do you call it? That other spec demonology. May stay as this when I'm leveling my character. Although I haven't tried I don't remember destruction too much from the beta. So, oh, we got a glyph of the Skull Eye. Let's hit this thing. Wow, I gained 7,000 experience. Holy moly. Thanks, Blizz. Let's see what our deeps looks like. I'm not using any of my buffers or abilities, really. I probably should, right? Take all the damage. Sweet. So that one ability, Mana Tap, consumes 25% of your current mana to gain 10% increased damage, and then you gain
Intruders!
that
You will
back tap
go
and then
no
heal.
further.
So you can't get across here. You take tons of damage. You probably might be able to
Those
make it
spirits
across.
he's controlling look like they'll rip us apart. We have to figure out a way to get past without being torn asunder.
So you probably could make it across here if you had like a speed potion or something. But the way they want you to do it is use Demonic Gateway, stick it on the other side, and click.
Do not think you have won. Conservator! Do your duty!
Oops. I'm attacking him. Oh my god. So here comes the Conservator. Easy peasy. Let's see what our damage output looks like for this guy. I mean, it's fairly high. It climbs, definitely. We're up to, we've made it 55,000, 56,000.
Not done with us yet. Over here. Is this the relic you seek?
Yes, that's Ulthalesh. I'm gonna grab it. But it couldn't be this easy, could it? Of course
So
not.
this is what you're after. The artifacts of Karazhan belong here. And I will not allow them to be taken away!
You have no right to these artifacts, fiend. They must be reclaimed in the name of the light.
Your light does not reach here, priest. If you want Ulthalesh Warlock, come and claim it.
Quickly, after him. I will only slow you down.
Boy, you're pretty fucking useless, aren't you, guy? Oops. Looks like we got some friends. Let's get him. We can do it. I believe. I believe in it. I keep singing that. I don't know why that song's stuck in my head. Alright, bat. Alright, bastard. Out of my way. You will not stop me from claiming Ulthalesh. I should be a voice actor. Blizzard, hire me, please. I want to voice act. Pay me money to do voice things. I was about to say nothing, but a lot of these, some of these voice actors are really damn good. I was going to say a lot, but I've heard some bad voice acting. But a lot of these guys are pretty good at what they, and women. And women, there are women who do this. Are pretty damn good at what they do. Well, that's a lot of shit. Alright, let's dot everything up best we can. Let's pop that. See what we can. Let's pull out them deeps. Woo! A whole 33. This guy, by the way, this character does not have a the legendary ring. So if you're wondering, like, oh man, I do so much more. Yeah, I don't. This was just an alt that I had for a barn, and felt like playing them. Also, want to do to make these videos, trying to get all the different specs out. We did the Paladin one, so if you were interested, you can check those out. I have all the 3 Paladin ones. All 3 Paladin videos should be up on my channel now. And also, Demonology was a few days ago. Now we have this, and in a couple days, probably 2 days from when this video goes up, I'll have the Destruction, as long as the game doesn't glitch out. So there's Aradin. We walk into the room. We must defeat him.
A persistent one. Very well. If you so thirst for the power of the Deadwind Harvester, then I will show it to you myself. Ulthalesh feasts tonight.
Sweet. Let's go, bro. Let's do this. I ain't afraid of you. Ooh, that Phantom Singularity. Look at it sucking all the health in there. That's nice. Make sure I'm keeping these dots up. I was never very good at this. So he keeps summoning this shit that flies around the room. As long as you keep your dots up, it's pretty easy to finish it off. Got him.
No, I will not be taken.
Let's grab Ulthalesh.
No!
Ha ha! Got it, boys. There it is. Ulthalesh, the Deadwind Harvester.
It is done. The Dark Riders are defeated.
He's just dead in the air.
Now I can reclaim these stolen artifacts and return them to their rightful owners. You have proven an unexpected ally. The weapon is yours. Let us hope it can turn the tide in this war. The Dark Riders lost this battle, but I fear they will soon regroup. We had best be gone before they do.
Today was a great blow against the Dark Riders and a victory for the people of Duskwood. They are in your debt, as am I.
The light redeems.
Is that it? Don't you say something else? Let's see where our item town is. There it is. Reap souls. So Reap Souls. Consume all tormented souls collected by Ulthalesh, increasing your damage by 10% and doubling the effect of all of Ulthalesh's other traits for 5 seconds per soul consumed. Ulthalesh collects tormented souls from each target you kill and occasionally escaped souls it previously collected. Pretty cool. Alright, let's, since he doesn't have anything left to talk to us about, right? He usually says something here. But, it doesn't appear so. So let's head to Dalaran and head back to our class order hall. Boom. I feel like that didn't finish. I remember him saying something else. Maybe they changed it. But it's, you know, we don't have anything over here in our quest log, right? Nope, just all of our normal shit. Okay, so we're back in Dalaran. You can hearth out right there at the end. It does seem like there's something that he was supposed to say, but he didn't. So if you have the same problem, or if that's just really what it is, you can hearth out without any worries, because we still have Ulthalesh. I'm stuck. I can't get through. I'm too fat. Let's go back through our portal to the Dread Scar Rift. Does that not seem like a face, like a smiley face? I don't get it. That lady has our stuff. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to head back up to check out the weapons traits and put our point in. And I'll tell you a little bit about how it works. I'm sure a lot of you have already played and you know how it works, but I'm going to explain it for anyone that that hasn't. So, here we go. We're at the Fellblood Altar in the Dreadscar Rift. Here is the items ability that we talked about, Reap Souls. We talked about how that works. Also here, it leads to Crystalline Shadows, a 1-rank passive, increasing shadow damage by 2%. So you can see, we can put a point in that, boom, that opens up all the rest of the traits, and we'll talk about them. We have 3 Golden Dragon portraited traits. Those are the most important ones. I'm going to call those major traits from now on, and these are the minor traits that are available to you. Eventually you will fill this whole thing out, but it does get exponentially more expensive as you put more points into it. I think I'm on 16 points on my mage at the time I'm making this video, and it cost me 15 or 16,000 artifact power to put a single point in. So make sure you're picking which one of these you want to go for first, these major traits. Make your way to that, and then have an idea of where you want to go for your second one, because it does get very expensive. But let's go ahead and start talking about some of these Seeds of Doom. Also, I'm only going to read these as they're showing. Of course, the percentages will increase per rank, and the artifact power cost, like I said, will go up per rank. But I'm just going to read them as they show here. If you're interested in knowing, what the percentage is at max rank, it's just simple math. Just do it in your head, or you can like pause the video and take a look if that's what you want to do. Seeds of Doom, 3-rank passive, increases the damage dealt when Seed of Corruption explodes by 5%. We have Compounding Horror, 1-rank passive. Each time Agony and Corruption deal damage, they have a 10% chance to increase damage dealt by your next unstable affliction by 5%, and that stacks up to 5 times. We have Long Dark Night of the Soul, 3-rank passive, increasing healing you receive from Drain Life by 10%. Our first major trait is Soul Flame. This is 1-rank passive. When you kill a target, its soul bursts into flames, dealing 16,431 shadow damage to all nearby enemies. Now, that might not seem great. Remember, these damage numbers are considering that I'm level 102. It will be different at 110. Shadowy Incantations, 3-rank passive, increasing shadow damage you deal by 1%. Hideous Corruption increases damage dealt by corruption by 4%. Our second major trait, Wrath of Consumption, a 1-rank passive. After you kill a target, your damage over time effects deal 2% increased damage for the next 20 seconds and stacks up to 5 times. So you can end up with a 10% increased, 10% damage increase. That'd be pretty good for doing the training your army in Suramar. It'd be kind of neat. Perdition, 3-rank passive, increases critical strike damage by Agony, Corruption, Drain Life, and Unstable Affliction by 3%. We have Sweet Souls, 1-rank passive. Your Healthstone heals you for an additional 25% of your maximum health. Any party or raid member using a Healthstone also heals you for the amount they were healed. Damn, that's pretty cool. Inherently Unstable, 3 rank passive, increasing the critical strike chance of unstable affliction by 2%. Inimitable Agony, 3 rank passive, increases damage dealt by Agony by 4%. Drain to a Husk, 3 rank passive, increasing damage dealt by Drain Life by 2%. Here we have Fatal Echoes, 1 rank passive. When Unstable Affliction expires, it has a 6% chance to reapply itself. Shadows of the Flesh, 3 rank passive, increases the amount absorbed by Soul Leech by 1%, and finally Harvester of Souls, 1 rank passive. Each time Corruption deals damage, it has a 15% chance to deal 14,240 shadow damage to the target, and heal you for 100% of the damage dealt. So, those are all the traits here. They're pretty neat, they're pretty good. I like all of the major traits except for maybe this one. This one seems kind of weak in like a raid setting, because you wouldn't just run into a raid boss on progression or anything like that. So you would have to I don't know, you'd have to save up a couple things. I don't fucking know. That doesn't seem very great though. But the others seem pretty good. I mean, this is okay for out in the world, and these are pretty good. So, we've talked about all the traits. You can see here we have 3 artifact slots. This third one is not unlocked until you finish your order campaign. That could take a while, depending on how much you're going to be playing. So, don't worry about this one for now, but we have 2 available to us as soon as we get the weapon, the Shadow and the Blood artifact relic slots. You'll get these through quests, through dungeons, etc. They add passive item levels to Ulthalesh, and they will also add passive ranks to any of these minor traits. So it can have a +1 to any of these minor traits, and it can also take these minor traits above what their ranks are. So if you have 3 points in, let's say, Seeds of Doom, and you get a +1 to Seeds of Doom in this slot or this slot, it would make this 4. You would have 4 of 4. It would actually go up another percentage, or another 5%. So that can also happen. Also, when you put a relic in here, it does not come back out. You can't take them back out. You can only put them in. So be aware of that when you're putting something into this slot. Over top of it, it will destroy what's inside. So it's not really a big deal until you're max level and you're around 840, making your way to 850, making your way downtown. Just make sure you're making a good choice, and you're not just seeing, oh, is 1 point in this going to be better than 1 point in this? I don't know. You want to be careful when you do that. All right, we talked about the relic slots here. You can also see here in the top left corner we have Ulthalesh, the Deadwind Harvester, and we have 1 rank in it, which gives us 0.75% increased stamina, and that's for every purchased trait up to 34 traits. So as we put points in here, we just generate more base stamina for ourselves. For healers and tanks, they also get damage, but for DPS class, any DPS spec, you only gain stamina. But it's pretty good, gives you a bunch of extra stamina as you're putting points around. You also have this appearance tab here at the bottom. You can see I haven't done anything to get any of these, but you can actually click on them and see what they're going to look like. Personally, I like this one the best. And then they'll tell you on these where you can get these as well. We'll take a quick click through. I like this one a lot, this green one. And Death's Hand, which God damn it. Yeah, don't ever touch it, guys, or it just disappears. So there's Death's Hand. That's alright. I like this one the best, though. This one's pretty cool as well, but this one's badass. And there's also some other appearances that you can get. They drop from bosses, they're random and shit. So you have to find those out. You can Google that for yourself. You can bring up that UI as well when you're not here at the Fellblood altar. You can shift right click on the item itself, whether it be in your inventory, even if you're not in Affliction spec, like if you get an extra relic that can fit in one of those slots. It'll tell you on the relic, I don't have any to show you, but it would tell you on the relic, like, oh, you can, you have to, this is attuned for, all 3 of your weapons. You could stick it in here, if you're one of the other specs. You can still put relics into this slot. But you can only put artifact power in while you're clicking on the Fellblood altar, but you can put relics in anywhere in the world. So just shift right clicking on the item, whether it be in your character pane or in your inventory, and you can check that out and put your relics in. Alright guys, I do want to thank you for joining me here on this journey to get Ulthalesh. I hope you enjoyed it. as far as I could tell, Affliction spec is pretty fun. I may stick with this. I definitely enjoyed it a little bit more than I did with Demonology so far. Not a whole bunch better in terms of damage, but I did feel like it was a little more intuitive. I felt like I was actually hitting buttons rather than just kind of standing around waiting for my demons to kill everything. So if you're looking for a Warlock spec, I would say Affliction is a little bit more fun than Demonology. Demonology is great if you're, you come home from work, you're super tired, and you kind of don't want to think about it. You just keep throwing demons and be like, oh yeah, you guys go ahead. But if you're looking for something intuitive, Affliction is really fun. Check it out. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up. Give me a like. I do appreciate all of those likes that I get. Also, think about hitting that subscribe button. I'll be doing tons of videos, not only on the Warlock, like I've been doing right now, and the Paladin that I've already done, but I'll be doing all the specs eventually. I do have the Demon Hunters up as well, but those are in the playthrough. I have a Demon Hunter playthrough that I'm doing, so you can check that out as well if you want to see what Demon Hunter gameplay looks like. I will be doing some videos on my Mage too. That's my main that I've been playing, and the raids will be opening up roughly in a week. So leave me any comments, questions, or suggestions down below as well. I do appreciate those. I'll try and respond as soon as I get one. If you have any questions, I'll try and get any information to you as soon as possible. But guys, you have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, depending on where you are in the world, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye-bye now.